Have you ever looked back on a relationship and wondered if she ever truly loved you? Maybe something felt off, or in hindsight, the love just didn't seem real. The truth is, not every "I love you" comes from the heart, and some people stay in relationships for reasons other than love. If you've ever felt like you were just an option, or like her affection was surface level, you're not alone. Today, we're breaking down 10 clear signs she was never really in love with you. So buckle up, because some of these might hit hard, but knowing the truth is the first step toward finding real love. Let's dive in. 1. She kept her distance from your loved ones. One of the biggest signs that she was never truly in love is how she treated the most important people in your life. Love isn't just about two people. It extends to family and friends, building a shared network of relationships. When someone truly loves you, they naturally want to bond with your family, get to know your friends, and become a part of your world. They ask about your loved ones, remember details, and make an effort to be present in their lives. But if she never really loved you, she likely kept her distance. Maybe she was always too busy to meet your family or found excuses to avoid gatherings. When she did show up, she might have been disengaged, showing little interest in building connections. She wasn't trying to be part of your life. She was just there for the relationship's convenience. On the flip side, she may have never introduced you to her family either. Did she keep you away from her parents, siblings, or closest friends? Did she act like she had something to hide? A woman who is genuinely in love wants you to be part of her world. But if she kept you at arm's length, it's a clear sign that her heart was never fully in it. And when the relationship ended, your friends and family likely didn't feel the loss. They may have even said, "She never really seemed that into you." Because if she never invested emotionally, she was never truly in love. 2. She was emotionally detached after the breakup. Breakups are tough, even for the strongest of people. When love is real, heartbreak lingers. Even when a relationship ends, the emotions don't just disappear overnight. There's grief, regret, and a sense of loss that takes time to heal. But what if she walked away like you never mattered? What if she acted completely unbothered, as if your relationship was nothing more than a temporary phase? If she was indifferent, if she didn't seem sad, nostalgic, or even slightly affected, it's a major red flag that she was never really in love. Think about it. True love doesn't switch off like a light. If she could instantly move on without looking back, it means she wasn't deeply invested in the first place. Maybe she treated you like a stranger right after the breakup, cutting off all contact with no emotional response. Or maybe she stayed in touch but acted like you were just another acquaintance, showing no signs of heartbreak or remorse. When two people love each other, even if they break up, they still feel something. The pain is real. But if she was completely ambivalent, if she moved on effortlessly as if nothing happened, that's a painful but undeniable sign that she never truly loved you. 3. She had no interest in fixing the relationship. Love isn't perfect. It's messy, complicated, and requires effort. Every couple faces challenges, but when two people genuinely love each other, they fight for the relationship. They take time to reflect, understand what went wrong, and try to rebuild. But what if she didn't care to fix anything? What if, when problems arose, she chose to walk away rather than work through them? If she refused to have serious conversations, dismissed your concerns, or acted like your issues weren't worth fixing, it's a sign she was never deeply invested. Maybe she gave up without a second thought. Maybe she acted like the relationship was disposable. When someone is truly in love, they don't throw it all away so easily. They try. They compromise. They make sacrifices. But if she was never in love, she wasn't willing to put in that effort. This also applies to post-breakup dynamics. If she was completely uninterested in working things out or never once considered giving it another shot, that's another indicator. A lack of effort means a lack of love. If she truly cared, she wouldn't have let you go without a fight. 4. The relationship was built on infatuation, not love. Did your relationship start at lightning speed? Did it feel like you were soulmates right away? While passion can be exciting, it's not the same as love. True love grows over time. It's built on trust, emotional connection, and deep understanding. But infatuation? It's fleeting, intense, and often mistaken for something deeper than it really is. Maybe your relationship felt perfect in the beginning. She showered you with attention, affection, and made you believe you had something special. But over time, the intensity faded, and so did her interest. She may have lost feelings just as quickly as she gained them. One moment, she was obsessed with you, and the next, she was distant and uninterested. Real love doesn't disappear overnight. If your relationship fell apart the second the excitement wore off, It wasn't built on a strong foundation. She may have liked the idea of being with you, but once reality set in, she realized she wasn't truly in love. And when the passion died, so did the relationship. 5. She felt relieved after the breakup. Breakups hurt. Even when they're necessary, they come with pain, sadness, and longing. But what if instead of feeling heartbroken, she seemed relieved? What if she acted as if a weight had been lifted off her shoulders? As if she had been set free? When someone is deeply in love, breaking up feels devastating. They struggle with the loss, replay memories in their head, and wonder if they made the right choice. But if she seemed happy after the breakup, if she told you she felt like she could finally breathe, it's a major sign that she was never truly in love. Maybe she had been forcing herself to stay in the relationship. Maybe she was going through the motions, trying to convince herself she had feelings that weren't really there. And when it was finally over, she felt nothing but relief. Because she was never emotionally attached to begin with. Real love leaves a mark. It lingers even after the relationship ends. But if she walked away without hesitation, if she felt like breaking up was the best thing that ever happened to her, then the love was never real in the first place. 6. Missing an idea. Have you ever wondered if your ex actually missed you, or just the idea of you? Some people don't fall in love with a person. They fall in love with a concept. They like the fantasy of being with someone who checks all their boxes, rather than embracing the reality of who that person truly is. Maybe you had the career she admired, the sense of humor she always dreamed of, or the looks she thought were ideal. But did she ever truly appreciate you for you? Or was she always trying to mold you into someone you weren't? If she constantly suggested ways for you to change, your habits, your goals, even your personality, then she wasn't in love with the real you. She was in love with an illusion, an expectation she created in her mind. Love isn't about ticking off a checklist. It's about embracing a person, flaws and all. If she only wanted the best parts of you, if she was drawn to your surface-level qualities but never cared about your soul, then she never really loved you at all. A genuine partner doesn't try to fit you into a preconceived mold. They cherish who you truly are, even when you're at your worst. 7. Constant stress. Was your relationship filled with laughter, comfort, and connection? Or was it a battlefield of tension, arguments, and frustration? Love is supposed to bring peace and security, but when it's absent, all that remains is stress. When two people love each other, they work through their disagreements with care and patience. But if she was always picking fights, always pushing you away, and always making things harder than they needed to be, then chances are, love was never really there. If her presence brought more anxiety than joy, if you always had to watch what you said or did to avoid an argument, then she may not have truly cared. A partner who loves you wants to see you happy, not constantly on edge. If she was more interested in creating distance than closeness, she was never in love with you in the first place. Love isn't meant to be exhausting. It should be a source of refuge, not turmoil. 8. Forgetting your birthday. Birthdays and special occasions are important moments that give people an opportunity to show love and appreciation. Even after a breakup, many exes still acknowledge these milestones with a simple text or call, showing they still care on some level. But what if she never did? What if she let your birthday slip by without a second thought? No text, no call, not even a passing mention. If she truly loved you, you would still cross her mind, even if your relationship ended. But if she moved on so easily that she couldn't even remember something as significant as your birthday, then she probably wasn't invested in you as much as you thought. Love leaves an imprint. When someone has truly been in love, the memories don't just disappear overnight. If she forgot about you so quickly, it's because she was never deeply attached in the first place. People who love you don't erase you from their life the moment it's inconvenient for them. They remember, even if they have to let go. 9. Moving on instantly. How soon after your breakup did she start seeing someone new? A person who truly loved you will need time to process the loss of the relationship. They will grieve, reflect, and struggle to move forward. But if she jumped into another relationship immediately, it's a clear sign she had already checked out long before you officially ended things. Rebounds happen when someone was never really invested in their past relationship. If she could emotionally detach so quickly and invest in someone else right away, then chances are she wasn't deeply in love with you to begin with. This is especially common in whirlwind romances, relationships that burn bright and fast, but lack a strong foundation. If your relationship ended suddenly and she barely looked back, it's because, for her, there was nothing truly worth holding on to. Someone who genuinely loved you wouldn't just replace you overnight. They'd feel the void you left. 10. Searching for signs. The final and perhaps most telling sign that she never truly loved you? You're here, searching for answers. When someone is truly loved, they don't question it. Love is felt, expressed, and reciprocated in countless ways. When a partner is in love, they don't leave room for doubt. They make their feelings known through words, actions, and presence. If you have to piece together signs, analyze her behavior, and ask yourself whether she ever cared, then something was missing in your relationship. Deep down, you already know the truth. Love is undeniable. It doesn't leave you wondering. If you have to search for evidence of her love, it's likely because it was never really there to begin with. Real love doesn't make you second guess. It reassures you, even in silence.